Hello everyone, Dave here from Charest Studios, and today I'm going to be planting some mustard greens, seedlings for the grow pipe on some clay pebbles, and I'm also going to do some mung beans in a teapot. And I have my rosemary here I wanted to show you guys. It's doing really good. It's been around for a while. Some of you guys might have seen it in previous videos. And then of course we're going to get into the micros, and that's what I'm growing mostly in the winter time. I haven't had a lot of time, and microgreens are simple, easy, super nutritious, so I always have microgreens going. I usually start one every 2 to 3 days. Broccoli, and I don't remember what this one is. Someone online, I can't remember who, but they sent me some seeds, and this was from them, and I grew this. It's a mix. Anyway, guys, I'll put in a little link to how I plant these up in case you haven't seen that before. And also, I don't have these in my Etsy shop right now, but I will include a link to my video on how to make these in the description below. Hopefully the dogs won't start coughing, because our new little girl Tia, who we adopted, came with kennel cough, unfortunately. And it's not a dangerous thing, but it sounds terrible when they start coughing. And they're both on, we got her medication and he didn't have it, so we didn't get any for him until he started coughing. Now they both have medication. But also, you might hear, now they're playing with toys. Anyway, guys, that's how it goes when you, when you do stuff in your living room. you have puppies. But I will be getting back out to the studio to do some more videos out there. But anyway, let's get into this, guys. Okay, guys, so I want to show you my microgreen shelf here. Here is the ones that I just started, maybe 24 hours, 36 hours ago. And I just leave this lid on until it starts to push it up. This one, I just took the lid off. It was just a little bit before this morning I took this off and then put it under the light. This can be in the light or not be in the light. Usually I just leave it on my kitchen counter until it gets to this point. Then I pull the lid off and I bring it over here to the grow shelf. Most of these are broccoli micros, because that's just what I've been doing a lot of lately. So yeah, that's broccoli micros. This is another broccoli micros, maybe a day or two ahead. So I encourage you guys to get on a cycle. Here we have, I think this was some kind of mix, but it was a little bit old, so they didn't germinate that well. But I've got quite a bit there. Yeah, so we got to start eating some microgreens. So what works for us, just two of us, is generally getting one going about every second or third day. So here you'll see the whole thing. So that's my whole setup. Usually the grow pipe goes down there. I'm going to start some mustard greens for the grow pipe, and then it will go down there. We'll start those mustard green seeds on clay pebbles right now. So what I want to show you is how to do, how I'm going to do the mung beans first off. So I saw this on YouTube. Somebody had done this, and I did it, and it worked well. It was a long time ago, and I didn't take time to look it up, but I'm very grateful to the person who posted that, because it's a nice technique. It's ideal because it's dark. One of the things that's missing is you don't have the pressure component to push things down. But basically, it'll fill this pot and start pushing the lid up, and it'll make its compression by that point. So they might not get as plump as they would if you use my mason jar technique with the pickle weight on top. But anyway, guys, I've got about an inch of clear water in here. Now, the mung bean sprouts are the only sprouts that I don't use any nutrient for. So I'm going to do 2 tablespoons in this, and that may even be a lot, but we'll do 2 tablespoons in there. I will try to do an update video and let you know how that worked out. but I don't always get to do everything I want to do, so I'm not going to make any promises, but I will try. Yeah, and then this rosemary was, I think I showed you guys before, but I just bought this as a little potted plant in the produce department at the store. And it's done really well. In fact, I'm going to trim it and put some of these branches in the dehydrator. And I also do want to try to see if I can get them to germinate, to grow some roots so we can have some more rosemary. All you got to do is touch this, and it just gives off a great smell. It's like an air freshener or something. So anyway, guys, highly recommend to try to get a rosemary plant going. I'm going to make some rosemary potatoes when I get a chance. But let's get into planting the mustard greens. My wife has been requesting mustard greens, so I want to get a grow pipe of mustard greens going. And I have Mizuna mustard greens. I got to get up a second and grab those guys. I also did Red Giant mustard greens, which I liked, and I don't remember which one it was she wanted. I don't think she cares. She just wanted some mustard greens. But I'm going to do the Mizuna this time because those were the seeds I found first. So let me grab those seeds here. I have my Maxi Grow. I use Maxi Grow for everything except my fruiting plants, my tomatoes and melons and so forth, cucumbers. All my greens and herbs, it's Maxi Grow. Usually 1 to 2 teaspoons per gallon. The microgreens are all 1 teaspoon per gallon. The rosemary is on Master Blend only because I had a bucket of it left over from the greenhouse in the summer with the fruiting plants. So I figured I'd use it on this, and that's what it was used to anyway. So I'm just going to fill this nutrient solution. Many of you guys who watch the channel know, I always tell you, rinse your pebbles and then fill them up. Fill the nutrient up to the top of the clay pebbles. They should be just about starting to float. Let me show you guys. So they all look moist, and that level is right up to just about to the top of the pebbles. And then when I sell the grow pipe, I sell it with the clay pebbles and the little cups like this. One of them will have nutrient powder, the Maxi Grow, and one of them will have the clay pebbles. And this is, how you start them. And I usually tell people 12 to 16 seeds. You have 8 sites in the grow pipe, but you want to start more than you need. So I just do it by grabbing a pinch, And I'm just going to estimate because that's what I do, but you kind of know, you don't want to go too heavy, but better to go more than not enough. But you know what about 12 to 16 is. It's not a lot. I'll try to give you guys I'll zoom in on this before I close the video just so you guys can see what it looks like, how heavy I planted that. And I probably planted it heavier than 12 to 16, but you only need 12 to 16 because you're bound to get 8 if your seeds are good. That's the other thing, guys. Seed storage. I love mason jars, and you want to keep your seeds in a cool, dark, dry place. So I keep mine out in the studio in the mason jars in a black plastic tote with a lid. So they're dark, it's cool, it's dry, and and they can stay for a very long time that way. They'll stay good and they'll stay viable for a very long time that way. Still, I recommend you try to use your seeds within a year or two. But if you can't, if you keep them stored under those conditions, they should do well for you, even long beyond that. So, now what I'm going to do, I forgot to tell you what I was going to do. With these mung beans, right, they're going to soak in here overnight in about 1 inch of water, enough to cover them by an inch. And then basically every morning I'm just going to, the tea kettle has like a little strainer built into the neck. A lot of them do. And then so I just dump all the water out, and then put water in again, and then dump it all out, and then just so rinse them like that. After the first 24 hours, just rinse them once a day. Once a day should be fine because they're in there. They got their, they got the lid closed, and you could do twice a day is great. But if you can only do once a day, it should be okay. Twice a day probably be better. So let's try for twice a day. So you only have to put in enough to cover them, and then pour it off. And then just leave that somewhere, I'm going to leave it up on the windowsill. Somewhere up where it's warm, is going to be better probably than where it's cool. And yeah, in about a week you should have your mung beans should be pushing this lid up a little bit, and then they're going to be, they're going to be packed in there kind of tight, so you'll have to pull them out carefully. But anyway, hopefully I'll be able to get that on video, and we'll do that together. Okay guys, so I haven't yet edited the video, the original video, so I figured I'd put in this little update right in the video. I think it's been 5 days, and as you guys can see, the mung beans they're not plump yet, but there's some plumpness to them. But they're going to start to thicken up now as they, fill this pot and have nowhere to go. Just rinsing them once a day in the morning. And I'll show you guys now the little seeds that I planted on the clay pebbles. So this is how they're doing. I've been topping this off with the weak Maxi Grow solution, 1 teaspoon per gallon, about every day really. Just add a little tiny bit. You want to keep that level of fluid up. So if it gets much lower than that, I'd add some. And they're looking pretty good now. I think they were a little bit like almost yellowish, and I think it was because I had them a little too close to the light. Because I had them up on a cup so that they were closer to the light. But now I moved them down, so we got about, I'd say about 10 inches from the light there. So yeah, I think that's it guys for today. I'm just getting back into it. I hope to do more videos. I got I love cameras and camera equipment, so I'll be doing some videos on that. And I'm trying to do more with I'm going to be doing more with the videos, and I'm an Amazon affiliate, and that helps the channel, helps support me, and helps support the channel. So I'll be putting out some products that I really like and that I feel are helpful, and doing some reviews and some demonstrations, and of course the hydroponics, and I want to get into doing some more of my art and my art videos, and of course there'll be some videos with the puppies in there, the puppy short videos, and some shorts videos too, just for fun. Yeah, I think that's about it. So anyway guys, I'm grateful for you all watching. I'm thankful that the subscribers are growing, even though I haven't been too busy here, so I appreciate that very much. I appreciate you following, I appreciate you watching and commenting, and I hope to do more good content in the future soon. Anyway guys, I hope you're all doing well. I hope everything is good in your homes and in your lives, and I'm going to say goodbye. So remember, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.